Me arriving at the princess treatment competition and all my opponents are men from this generation. POV, you love doing things for your man because he's a divine masculine and not a little b-boy.
So these two videos, they express the frustration that a lot of women have nowadays with the type of men that are populating the dating pool. Now we are able to talk about the problems with the men that we are dating.
Hey, women don't know what they want. If you don't believe me, try asking your girl what she wants to eat next time. Then you'll see. All jokes aside, women honestly don't know what they want in a man, or what they're looking for. Because in reality, imagine if you had a genie that you just say, hey, what's the perfect man that you want? Okay, a woman will say, I want to, someone who's loving, someone who's caring, someone who listens, someone who is affectionate, and someone that shows their emotions. That's what they think they want, right? But in reality, when the genie grants that and they get what they want, they're like, ugh, I don't actually want this. It's just a girlfriend. It's just another girlfriend. Because think about it, all you want is a man that is feminine. Everything you have mentioned are feminine qualities. So you just really want to feminize that man. You don't really want a boyfriend. You want a girlfriend. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you want a man, that's a different type of breed. You have to understand the differences between a man and a woman. It's just like this. If you want to solve a math equation, you're going to ask a mathematician. If you have a toothache, you're going to go to the dentist. If your eyes get blurry, you're going to go to an ophthalmologist. If you're a woman looking for a man, you can't tell a man what he has to be, because if you tell him, chances are you're just going to make them into a woman. You know what you want from your perspective, which is a woman, but you don't know what a man wants from his perspective, which is a man. It's just like a writer trying to tell a painter how to paint. It's not going to end up well. It's just going to be a whole lot of mess.
This is the thing I hear from all women nowadays. We're all the masculine men.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, the second you meet them, you run and hide.
Because they don't want to sacrifice a part within themselves, so that would require them to show up.
Men are not willing to give up their commitment for somebody that is still committed to other things. And women need to really understand that, is that it's not easy to be with a real man. Most women say they want a high-value alpha male. They don't. They've been trained to want men that lie to their face. And that needs to be challenged.
The reason why good men are giving up on relationships is because women are teaching other women how men should think and feel. So when a man turns around and actually says what he thinks and feels, he's told he's wrong. But a man better not ever do this to a woman, because if he did, at the very least, she would be offended, and at the worst, he would be labeled a narcissist. If women actually listen to men, good men wouldn't be hard to find.
Men aren't good friends to each other, because they mostly talk and comment, but they don't prod and poke. And
my husband will be like, oh, they're moving to New Mexico. I'm like, why are they moving? I don't know. I'm like,
I didn't like
a huge life change. Like, did you ask any follow-up?
Pisses me off. Like, literally, I was talking to somebody who was talking about like his friend's marriage just fell apart, and I was like, oh man, why was it like was it another woman? He was like, oh, I didn't ask all that. Right. But he's like, he was really sad, and I'm like, what the fuck? You didn't ask anything. His marriage fell apart and you didn't ask any questions. That's crazy.
Women's problems is that you keep on listening to your girls and what you want in a man. If you want a happy relationship, if you just want a happy life in general, don't let your girlfriends dictate the outcome of your relationships with your man. Because chances are, a lot of these people, a lot of your girlfriends, they're just jealous of you too. And the nature of women being hypergamous is that, yes, your friends want the best for you, but your friends are not going to know what the best one for you is, because they're not you. So only you know what the best one for you is. So don't let your friends sway you, because when you make the wrong choice and you become miserable in life, that misery is just going to be your own. It ain't going to be theirs. So think carefully.
During the fight, he almost gets knocked out. As this guy is mauling him, he goes like this. What do you think I was thinking?
Not good thoughts.
The boyfriend. My boyfriend. Like this.
This is an MMA fight.
You didn't like it.
Fuck no.
Did it turn you off?
Oh my God, so much.
Whoa.
I was like, dude, you're getting fucked up. As you're falling to the canvas, you still need to go fuck you.
Wow.
You're like, fuck you.
This one be crazy.
Like that.
So the way he was getting beaten was fucking with you.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that he was getting beaten.
Like, you gotta fucking, like, take that shit.
Take it.
Yeah. You know, like a champ or like a fighter.
Right.
Yeah, you can't be like,
wow.
He was a fighter. Man, that's crazy. You know how tough it is to get in the ring or octagon or whatever it may be just to fight another person? Man or woman? It's like, yo, that requires a lot of courage. You're mocking a person because he couldn't fight the way you wanted him to fight or as masculine as you wanted him to fight? Yes. We do get to see cowards these days, but the way you fight has nothing to do with the person that you are. I mean, if you judge the world like that, MLK ain't a good person because he wasn't a good fighter. There's more to being a man than just knowing how to fight. And I'm a fighter myself, so I know, and I've been in the game for a very long time. So I know that fighting has nothing to do with the goodness of your heart, because there's a ton of terrible people that knows how to fight but don't know what to fight for. And that man dodged a bullet. If you're going to judge a person by the way they lose and you're going to ridicule them and it's kind of like be an ick for you, hey man, you probably don't deserve that man anyway. That person probably deserves someone better. And you're judging a relationship based off of a fight? I mean, what in the name of domestic violence is going on in here? Madam, you don't need a boyfriend. You need a sparring partner.
That's how you ruin good men. If you are a woman who is not healed through their trauma, say you were in a past relationship with a man who was extremely abusive to you, and in your survival mode, you would match his level of intensity, so you would start yelling, screaming, calling names, throwing things in his face because he was doing it to you, and now you're in a new relationship, and you're with a man who doesn't do anything like that. He's a super sweet dude. He has his flaws. He frustrates you and gets under your skin a little bit. But once you enter fight or flight and you're triggered and you're living that scenario that you had with your ex, knowing that that is not your current partner, and you start throwing things in his face and calling him names and yelling at him and berating him because you can't control your emotions or resolve the trauma and the damage from somebody else, you are ruining that good man. And you're going to take a little bit of a piece of him every single time that happens.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. Look, hurt people. And this is why your past matters. As much as we try not to be responsible for our history, hold no accountability for it, at the end of the day, people are shaped by their experiences, whether good or bad. So the past matters. That's with anything in life. It's not just the people that you sleep with or get in a relationship with. It's everything in life. Bad boss, good friends, bad friends, they shape us one way or another and mold our perspective and how we interact with the world. If you've had like traumatic experiences in the past, I mean, you're bound to repeat that with the person that you're with because you don't have any other mold to compare anything by. That's why having good relationships and most importantly having a good family that isn't broken, coming from good roots means a ton. Because it will shape how they will react with the world. Because the family, the home, is the first interaction they get with the world. And how they see the world comes directly from their family and how their family is. So if they come from good family, chances are they're going to be good people. Whereas if all they had is bad traumas and all these type of experiences, and then that's all they'll be. Now they can get out of it, but it takes a lot of internal work and self-development, which most people are just simply not willing to do because it's easier to just be an arsehole than to use your head. You gotta be careful with your encounters with people because no matter how good you are to begin with or how good you think you are, eventually if you have enough bad experiences, it's just human nature to lean towards that way as well. Or if not, you become bitter. If you don't become bad, you could become bitter if you have traumatic experiences. So protect yourself from those type of people and experiences. And at the end of the day, every person is an experience, whether good or bad. Make sure that you have the good experiences in people so they can create the good person within you too.